Hello, everyone. It's Kristen Fagan here with a new video tutorial for you all. Happy Independence Day week. Tomorrow is the 4th of July, 2024. And so we have some awesome Independence Day sales that kicked off today. And I have some fun projects to share with you. Hope you're all enjoying a nice holiday week for the most part, if you're here in the US. I had someone message me this week saying that they would have liked some ideas a week ago. And so I just wanted to remind you that we do have a free projects page on our website at softflexcompany.com. And if you click onto that from the drop down, it's in the School of Design free beading projects. There's a section on there called Holiday Jewelry, and you can click on that and you can see holidays options for the whole year. So whenever we have a new holiday inspired design, we post it to that page, and that's available to you all year round. We also have lots of tutorials on our YouTube channel, so you can probably just search the holiday on our YouTube channel or check out the playlists, because we have playlists that we put together for the holidays as well. So even though I'm doing this video today and July 4th is tomorrow, we kind of do these with the idea that they're always available, and you now will have this project to add to your repertoire of ideas for future years. Hey, everybody. So lots of you jumping on. Hello, hello. Let me scroll up and see who's here. Happy 4th, this is Gail. Thank you. Hi, Gail. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Tina and Linda and Kathy and Terry and Elizabeth and Kathy and Melanie and Ginny and Dana and Tony and Lydia, Terry and Rita, and Anne is here, Maritza, Sandy, Melanie, Amanda, Sabrina. Awesome. Tisha. Hello, hello, everybody. Happy 4th of July. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to look at some of our red, white, and blue products that we have for sale. We have 2 categories that are currently for sale at softflexcompany.com that started today. The first is our holidays category. So you go to the shop area at softflexcompany.com and scroll down to where it says holidays, and that's a curated category that is specifically got red, white, and blue items in there. Everything in there is 20% off. All you got to do is add it to your cart and you'll see that discount. The other category that we have for sale is our Made in the USA category. So same thing, go to softflexcompany.com and go to the shop, go through the drop down and click on Made in the USA. And those are all items, supplies, wire, crimps, craft wire, tiara cast findings, our colorful soul paints are in there. So those are all supplies and beading items that are made here in the USA. Tools, we have a knitting spool that's in there, and everything in that category is also 20% off this week. So those sale prices are good until Tuesday, July 9th at midnight Pacific time, or while supplies last. Melissa says, great sale. I have my cart full. Yes, lots of stuff, lots and lots of stuff. Of course, red, white, blue is always fun. And then, like I said, you've got beading wire, you've got crimps, you've got craft wire, and lots of different tools and random things that are made here in the USA. We put that category together a few years ago. And so it's nice when we have a patriotic holiday come around that we're able to go ahead and mark all that stuff down. Trios will be in there. Yeah. So lots and lots of stuff for sale. And I'll just pop up that banner real fast with all of those details. Isn't that nice and festive? I'll pop that up on the end again too. And I see quite a few of you are starting to enter the giveaway. Awesome. We've got 16 entries so far. Use that hashtag USA in the comments, and that will enter you to win at the end of the video. You must be here at the end to win. We are going to choose a name, and we give you 3 minutes to let us know that you're here. We'll hang out. We'll wait for you for about up to 3 minutes. And then once that 3-minute mark happens, if you haven't told us that you're here in the comments, I'm going to go ahead and draw a new name, and that first name is going to forfeit their prize. So just want to make sure everyone's aware of that from the beginning. When I'm saying that it's time for the giveaway and I'm going to draw a name, be ready, because if you see your name, I want you to let me know that you are here in the comments. Awesome. We're going to give away some rolla beads today, because that's what I'm going to be using in my project. So you'll get to choose whether you want red, white, or blue rolla beads. And let's go down to the beading table and see what I've got to share with you all. So here is just a few of the things we have for sale in our holidays category. I have some beads here in my stash, so I thought I would take a moment to share some of the really pretty beads for sale. This is a blue check glass bead. I know Joyce has done some really neat projects with this, specifically a fun pendant that you can find on our YouTube channel. Here is one of our bamboo bead strands, and all of the colors are actually for sale because they're in that category. But this is a dark red color. And this is one of the bead strands with the bamboo. We have another one that's got a brighter red and some stripes on it. And I don't have that one to share with you here, but you can find it at softluxcompany.com. I really thought I was going to use these today because I find these to be so fun. But I ended up with a different project in mind. So I don't know. One of these days I will get to these. But I did a necklace with the mint color. And again, both the white and the mint color are on sale. It's just that I'm just going to share the white with you today because of red, white, and blue. I know, such a festive bead mat. Isn't it fun when you get to pull out all sorts of colors based on a fun theme, patriotic theme today? This is our garnet drops. This is one of, I think, 4 different colors we've got in these drops. You can find these in the holiday category on sale. And these are some of our ceramic beads. You guys are very familiar with these. We've had them in quite a few different kits in different colors. This is a beautiful blue. I love this blue. We've got this. We also have a true red in there, as well as maybe another 8 colors or so. So lots of colors to choose from. And then I've got, of course, oh, look at these. These are some of our new colors in the flowers, and we have perfect red and blue for the holiday. So this is our stone, I think it's called stone gray with blue wash. And then this one is the transparent. I think this one might be called ruby, possibly. It's a transparent red color. And I played around with that as an idea using the white roller beads and our blue craft wire in 22 gauge, which is also on sale, and these clear melon beads, which are also on sale, kind of a frosted. So I thought they brought in that white too. So that was a fun design idea with those new flowers. We've got some of these square dells on sale in sapphire and light sapphire. We also have some cyan ruby. They are from that which not be named company, and they are on closeout. So you'll get an extra 20% off of these babies. And I think we have them in 6 and 8 millimeter mostly. This one is probably the 6 in my hand. These are those frosted melon beads I was telling you about. They come in a long strand. I used them for a different project. So these are a couple that I have left. And they also come in a few different colors. They come in a red with blue, and they also come in a stone blue. I think, and then we have like an ivory color too. So I feel like there's 4 or 5 total of these melon beads. They're all on sale. And I'll come to these last because I'm going to end up using those. What do we got here? Here's just a fun project using red and blue beads and white soft flex beading wire with a little star charm. These you can find on our blog that I shared in today's email. We have like 20, I think it was a blog of 20 different 4th of July Independence Day designs. And this was one of them. So you can see the tutorial on how to do this there. Super quick, really, really fun. Just crimped on both sides here to kind of make it symmetrical, and then added a little charm right on top of the ear wire. And I also pulled these out because I thought maybe I would make their companions, but I ended up, again, deciding on doing something else. But these were from last year's Great Bead Extravaganza kit for the midsummer market. This was the Very Berry kit. And if you haven't finished using these buttons that are in that kit, or, you know, these kind of perfectly give that little red, white, and blue vibe. So all of these beads and the buttons, this little charm, they were all included in the Very Berry Great Bead Extravaganza kit from last year, from 2023. And we have another Great Bead Extravaganza event happening this month, July 20th and 21st. And you can grab our kit. The Just Peachy kit is currently for sale. We're about 65% sold out of it as of right now. So you can come create with us during the Great Bead Extravaganza by getting your kit, and you could bead along. And then I just wanted to share these because I love these buttons, and I thought if any of you had them still in your stash and you forgot about them, maybe this is a good time to bring them out and make some patriotic jewelry with them. So here, now I come to the project of the day. I felt like doing some macrame with all of you. So this was a macrame bracelet I did in the past. I did it on the same video, I think, as these earrings. So you can find the tutorial for this, again, on that blog or on our YouTube channel. But it inspired me because I haven't done a macrame design for you in a while. And I always think of macrame in the summer. It's such a fun summer project. So this is a bracelet. I'm going to use a similar idea for just that square knot that you use on here. But we're going to make some earrings. And here is one of the examples. These are made with the roller beads. and it's got macrame little knots in between. And I never made macrame earrings before. So this was really cute. We have that one or this one, which is also macrame, same idea as this one, but I used the roll of beads in the middle and I used the delica beads around the sides, and then I kind of closed it up into a little hoop earring. Here's my little tester. I started it with all delica beads, but then I switched to do a rolla bead in the center and the delica around the side. So you can kind of see the difference here between the two. This would be more dainty if you decided to do that the whole way. And then that's a little more bold, I guess. All right. And the difference here too, I did use Softflex. I used Softflex white medium beading wire for that one. And I pulled out our closest that we've got these days to red, white, and blue in our Softflex colors. We've got our white quartz. We have garnet, which is a dark red, and we have the dark blue lapis, which is a dark blue. These are all on sale. You can buy them in individual spools, 10 foot, 30 foot, or 100 foot, or you can check out our trios section and you can pick up some trios that may have these in there. Speaking of, we should have done a trios actually of this, Thomas, because we don't have our 4th of July trios anymore because we no longer have red, the bright red or the bright blue. Maybe we'll add that. And then this one, I used our Econoflex. So this is our cinnamon red Econoflex. I don't use this very often. It is our economy brand. This is not made in the USA. This is made in the USA. The Soft Flex, the original, and the Soft Touch are both made in the USA. But I thought since this has got nice, kind of like a metallic-y red, and I do use this sometimes for macrame. So that's what I used in between here. And it's a bit finer. We also have some of this on sale in the holidays section, but I think it's the fine diameter, not the medium. So it'll be even a little bit thinner. So this really gives you like a more dainty micro. Time to update the website. I know, I didn't think of it till just now. Otherwise I would have had us do it before the video today. That could have been a fun new product for today. Maybe we'll get to it. No problem. I'm not making any promises. We have a short week this week, so I don't know if we'll be able to get to that at all. But something to think of. Okay. So what are you guys thinking? Do you want me to show you how to do the flowers? And I might change the pattern a little bit because I'm thinking red on the outside, red, white, and then blue. Or do you want to see this little kind of dangled drop? You suggest I get to do? Well, it involves a lot of us. That's the trouble. Is it involves multiple people to add a new product online. So unfortunately, it's not just me. So, but you can make your own trios by buying 3 10-foot spools of these colors, and then you have your own trio. Okay, we're going to go with this one. And I do think that this one will be a little easier to see too. And this is a project maybe I'll save for a future day because it's also really cute. So I'm going to use the roller beads in red, white, and blue. And I grabbed one of the, I'm running out of little containers to put my stuff in because I keep filling them up and then not emptying them. So I grabbed one of these paint palettes that I have a gazillion of. And I'll use that to hold my beads. So we've got the red, the white, and the blue. And then we're going to use the white quartz for our beading wire, but you can use any of the colors, so you can play with that. We'll use our flush cutters to cut our wire. I have a pair of crimping pliers here for crimping at the end. And I'm going to use my mini macrame board. I love this thing. It's a great board. I usually use it up and down, but since this is a smaller design, I'm going to use it actually side by side. I'm going to flip it since this is a shorter area and use it on the sides here. Also going to take this down because it might need a little extra space. When I went to go pick up my macrame board today, I had an unfinished project on it, so I ended up finishing it. I wonder if any of you will remember this macrame project. This was done with Cassandra of Beads to Live By. We did this on a beading party, and I just finished it real fast because I liked the design and I didn't want to not do it. And now it's no longer on my macrame board and I can use it freely. So I'm going to cut 2 strands of wire. You want the wire to be able to fit in the notches from the top to bottom, which is why I'm using the shorter side, turned it on its side here. So I would say it's about 7 inches. So I'm going to cut 2 strands. Hopefully they're long enough. Yeah. I just want to be able to tuck them into the board. Let me go up here a little more. On the one side and the other side. And tuck them together. Those are my 2 center wires. And now I'm going to do 3 times this. So I'll just use the board to measure 1, 2, and 3. And that should give me plenty. I'm not doing like exact math, but just know that that would be more than enough wire that I need to create my project. We'll put that there. And I'm just going to take, this is my knotting wire, so I'm going to slide it underneath the 2 I've got. And I'm going to find the center of that long strand roundabout. Because I have so much to work with, it's okay if it's not exactly equal, but basically just finding the middle and putting it on my underneath these 2 wires in the center. So now we're going to do our square knot. And I'm going to take this wire in my right hand here, and I'm going to make it into a P, little loop. And I'm crossing. So wires coming underneath the 2 middle wires. It's crossing over those 2 wires on top and then going out to the side. And then I will take the left side. I want to pull it down on top of, perpendicular to this wire here. So you're going to go on top of, and then you're going to go under the 2 wires and pull it through that loop. And then you're just going to cinch it down. And that is 1/2 of our square knot. And now we'll do the left side. So we're going to make that loop again on this side, going over the wires here, going out to the side. We take the right wire on top of, perpendicular to this one, and then underneath that one and the middle. And we'll pull that. So now we have a complete square knot. And then when I'm doing a bracelet, I tend to just slide it all the way up to the top because I want all the space. So I'll just do that here too, since it's just sort of my practice to do that. And now we're going to do it again because I want 2 square knots. So that was 1 complete square knot. We'll do the right side, cross over those 2 middle, take this wire on top of, then under and through the loop, pull that down. And on the left side, you're going to go to the left, over the 2 middle, take this one on top of, crossing perpendicular, and then under and through the loop. And that is your completion of your second square knot. That's such a good point, Thomas. Thomas says, as a former sailor, I think macrame is perfect for patriotic jewelry. Thank you for your service, Thomas. So now we're going to go ahead and add our middle roll of bead. So on this one, I did red, white, and blue in the center, and then kind of did a different color on the outside. I wanted to see what it would look like with a red flower, a white flower, and a blue flower, so that part is the red, white, and blue instead of the centers. So to do that, I think I'll start with, maybe I'll just swap what I did here. So I'll do a white in the center. I'm just curious to see how it looks. And then I'll have to do another one, right, for each of them to match. Or not. Maybe I'll just leave it as asymmetrical. So I have the white roll of bead that I'm put on both strands. I untucked this, put that roll of bead on, and pushed it up to the top. And I'm going to do red petals. So I'll do 1, 2, 3 on the left, and I'll do 3 on the right. And now we're going to do our square knot again. So same thing. Now we just have these beads we're going to kind of wrap around. So we're going to make our loop on the right side, cross over those centers, take the left strand on top of, then under, then through that loop. And then you pull those tight. And that is half of my square knot. And then I'll do the other half, and then it'll kind of flatten out a little bit. And you'll see it can be a little bit lower, or I just kind of squished mine up with my hands so that my knot went up a little higher. This is what it looks like if it's lower, or you can give it a little squish and round it out a little bit. And then I just tug on these bottom wires to flatten it out. So there's red. Next is going to be white. White petals. So maybe I'll do a blue center. And then I will do 3 white roller beads on the left. And 3 white roller beads on the right. Tuck my wires back in because I kind of loosened those up before. And now I'm going to do 2 more square knots. Make the 1/2 on the right side. Make the other half on the left side. And then scooch it up. Oh, I only did 1 square knot actually in between. I meant to do 2. I think I did 2 on this one. Let's pull that. Let's redo that because it looks better with 2. It needs a little space. So you'll see with Softflex, you can pretty easily undo it. You're going to have a little bit of a bend because you pulled it nice and made a nice knot, but it's okay because you're going to end up knotting it some more and you won't see that. But it's kind of nice how easily you can undo with Softflex wire. Okay, so now I want to do a second one on the right and one on the left so that I get a second full square knot in between my flowers. There we go. And we'll just pull this up a little bit because I was pulling that down. And that looks better. It needs that little, it needs a little extra space there. Okay, so now we're going to go back to what I was doing before with a blue center strung on the 2 center wires. Tuck that under, and then I will do 3 white roller beads on the left and 3 white on the right. And now once again, we will do 2 full square knots. So I'm going to stick my fingers kind of underneath these 2 wires here, make my loop on the right, take my wire over, under, through, and then pull that nice and tight. And then do that on the left, over, under, through. And make sure that I don't catch this bead in a weird spot because it had a weird bend in there. Okay, there we go. And there's 1. And now once we get to this second full knot, square knot, it should even itself out from my little mistake. You'll see now my wire is nice and straight again, and you can't even tell that I pulled it out and had a bit of a bend in there for a little while. Let's do our 3rd petal. So now we'll have a red center. string that on both wires and then tuck it back under. And we'll do blue petals. One, two, three on the left. And one, two, three on the right. Here we go, our last couple of square knots here. And again, you'll see how it kind of has a bit of space there, and then you could just scooch it up and give it a nice pull. So there's one square and one more, and then we're ready to take it off the macrame board. I do check to make sure these aren't twisted. So in that case, these were kind of these two were twisted up. Before I pulled that tight, I did untwist it. So just something to be aware of. It didn't twist most of the time, but occasionally these will try and twist, and you want them to lay nice and flat. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. You know what's kind of fun too is if you're doing two earrings, you can let this one sit and then you can just start your next one here. And this way you're utilizing the same middle strand and you're not having to waste more wire, because I'm going to have all of this extra wire here that I just kind of put at the bottom. So let's see what that looks like. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to make a complete one, but I'll just show you what I mean about. So you could slide this under and start your next earring, finding that halfway point again, and then doing your one side knot, half a knot, I should say, and then your other half. So there's one square. There's 2 square. And then I would just pick up with this first pattern here. And this way, when you take this off the board, you can just trim between the 2 earrings. I never really do that because I tend to just make macrame bracelets. This is the first time I'm playing around with earrings. And then you'd go and move on to cinching these into 2 square knots again down here. Ooh. Should I just keep going? And then I've got a matching set. I'll try and go quickly. So does anyone have some fun plans for the holiday? I don't actually. I don't have any plans except just to have the day off. I need to make some plans. There is a pretty spot near my house that we tend to go and watch fireworks. It's kind of neat because you don't really hear them because they're far away, but you're on a hill, so you could see them all over the valley. So we tend to do that. And a lot of times we don't plan a big thing for 4th of July because of fireworks, and we have 2 dogs. I don't know if they're going to be bothered by it, though. It was really our older dog that's no longer with us that would get super upset, and we couldn't really leave her. I'm not sure it'll phase the other 2 this year. We'll see. I know it didn't really phase Reba last year, but she's a little older now. So, all right, do one more. See how quick it goes once you kind of get going too. Spend the day alone. Nice and quiet. It's been quiet around here all week. I know. I think that's part of it. Thomas is only 112 in Phoenix tomorrow. Sounds like I'll be spending the day inside. That's definitely part of it too. Unless we like get out of here, unless we get out of town, it's hard to celebrate. You can go to the pool. Pools make a big difference. It is hot. Rosanna's doing a YouTube live in the morning. Oh my gosh, Sandy. Sandy says super hot in Northern California. It's been triple digits. Oh my gosh, 112. It is super. Yeah, it is hard. It's hard to have those barbecues and just be outside. That's what I remember as a kid. It's hard to do that here when it's that hot or when it's in California that hot. It's hot everywhere, isn't it? I know Becky's in Texas and it's hot for her too. Too hot in the Bay Area. Everybody's hot. We need like a cold a cold front to come in. All right, so there we go. We got our 2 earrings. Let's take them off the macrame board. Fun, fun, fun. And I might even be able, there we go, smush that down a little bit. I'm just going to cut between them. I don't need, let's see how much I need. I only needed a little tail on this one. I guess that's something to think about, is that I am going to need to make a loop at the top here. So when you're doing your second earring, make sure you move it down enough that you have enough space for your looping and your crimping. So I'm going to take 4 crimps, 2 per earring. And our crimp tubes are on sale too. So you'll see when you take any macrame project off done with softflex wire, you've got 2 wires on one side and you'll have 4 wires on the other side. That's because you have those 2 middle wires and then you start knotting. And then when you're done at the end, you have those 4 wires that you have to kind of corral. So this is your top, or what I consider my top. are these wires with the 2. So I'm going to slide down that crimp tube, and then I'm going to grab one of them. I don't need both wires from the top, just going to grab one and bring that back down the crimp tube to make a loop. You might have to kind of move your crimp up away from your knots a little bit so that you can get the wire through, and then you can always scoot your crimp back down. So there's my loop for my top, and I'll use my magical crimping pliers to center that crimp right in that plier. It's ravioli time. Go ahead and give that a nice crimp. There's 4, you should see 4 corners pinched like a little ravioli. And then you'll turn it 90 degrees and squeeze again. And then I'll go around a couple more times. So there's my top loop. That will attach to my ear wire and just trim off those excess little pieces. And then here is my bottom. And I'm just going to grab one crimp, and I'm going to want to get all 4 wires through. Now that should work fine with our sterling silver and our gold filled and probably our blackened also, our gunmetal color, because those are actually sterling silver. But it probably won't work so well with the copper crimps. Copper crimps are a little bit smaller, and you're not going to be able to get 4. So just something to think about, that you probably won't be able to do this particular part with the 2x2 copper crimps. You can use larger crimp tubes, or you can use one of the different metal tones. And this is a really tiny piece of wire because when I did my second earring, I did it really close to these. So I'm going to see, it's going to take me a second to get this through here, I bet. There we go. Aha. We did it. And then I'm just going to use the tip of my crimp to help me grab those 2 little wires so that I can slide my crimp down. And I'll also tug on the longer ones so that I get my crimp nice and close to my knot. And then I'll go ahead and crimp the bottom. And then I might just leave these little guys on this example. I left just a couple of, I left all those 4 strands and just kind of bent them out a little bit, but you can also trim them all off if you wanted to, or you can add something at the bottom if you wanted to add another crimp and do another loop or something like that. You could always turn it into a connector and do another loop. Maybe I'll make these a little bit longer than those tiny ones. So I've got 4 different wire sizes, kind of fireworky at the bottom. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness for air conditioning. I was just looking at my AC today because I even put it up a degree or 2 because it has been, I don't think it's stopped running since I woke up. Cute. There's my 2 examples, different colors. Oh, I squished this one a little bit. This one here. Kind of use a little, I have a little wiggle room. I could pull pull that a little bit just to loosen it up. I got a little tight. And here's my second earring. It's kind of cute too, having two different ones, isn't it? So again, where I have the two wires, I'm using that as my top. So I will just take one of them and go back down the crimp. And I cut, this one was a little short at the top, just like the other one was a little short at the bottom. Next time I will move my earrings a little bit further apart on that macrame board. And then just check my loops are similar. Okay, so if you ever have this happen, where you've got the soft flex wire is feeding through my loop, if I tried to get in there, it might be a little tough to get as close as I want it. I'm just going to take it and feed it back through the loop. So that now it's free. It's not through the middle, and I can get closer to my crimp with my flush cutter to cut that off. Otherwise, I might have left a little tail in there. And then on the bottom, I'll do the same thing. Corral these 4 pieces of wire. And then slide that crimp all the way up as close as I can get it. And I usually try and make sure it looks straight. And to adjust the straightness, you could just pull on the different wires to see which one helps straighten you out a little bit. Then crimp. And here's where you could add, like if you wanted to add a dangle, you can always cut all of these wires off except for one and like do another loop back up. And then you could add a dangle or something or a charm at the bottom. So that's a possibility too. But now I'm going to just hold it up to this one and make my longest one, cut them all the same as this long one here. And then just go in and shorten a couple of them. They're all different lengths. And then even kind of push them to fan them out a little. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that the first time, to put a little dangle on there. That'll have to be another macrame project, another macrame earring project. I'll have to try that. I like how these look like little like bursts though, like little fireworks. And even to say you could use two-tone colors. I've done that too. So this was all done with white for the center wire and the wrapping wire, but you could change that up by having white in the center and then doing a red for the wrapping wire, or blue in the center and doing the white for the wrapping wire, so that you would have two different colors of wire running through your macrame. That would be possible too. Super cute. So to do this one, it's the same macrame process. It's just when I took it off, well, obviously I'm using smaller beads, so it's much more dainty. And when I took it off the macrame board, after I crimped it, I folded it. So we'll do something like this in the future. I'll leave this on my inspiration board so that I show this technique another time with the smaller beads. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it today. It's always fun to just pull out all those beads. That's what I did yesterday. Pull out all my red, white, and blue beads and put them all down, take that picture for the video. And then today I had time to sit down and go, now what do I want to play with, and what do I want to do? And of course, I always think about macrame in the summer. So that was really fun. And luckily I had this great little macrame bracelet I did in the past that inspired me to show another macrame design today. Jackie really likes the more dainty pair. Okay, noted, Jackie. We will do it. We will do it. We'll find another project in which I can share how to make that design. All right, let's choose our winner. If you have not entered, please go ahead and do so now using the hashtag USA. Let's see, we've got 54 entries in here. And just to reiterate, you will have just a few minutes, 3 minutes max, to let me know that you were here in the comments when I call your name for the giveaway. So get ready, get ready, get ready. And if you are our winner, please let us know in the comments. And after 3 minutes, if we do not hear from you, we will choose another winner, and the first winner will forfeit their prize. So you'll be getting a tube of roller beads today, and you get to choose whether you want the red, the white, or the blue. All right, let's pull up our giveaway names now. Here we go. I should mention that we do not have a live sale tomorrow. Rosie Portillo on Facebook. Let us know you're here in the comments. Rosie Portillo. Yeah, we don't have a live bead sale tomorrow since it is a holiday and our office will be closed. We will come back next week on July 11th for our next live bead sale. It'll be extra special. Rosa is working really hard since she's got a little extra time to put that sale together for you all. Rosie is here. Hooray. Hooray. Congratulations, Rosie. Please go ahead and email us at info@softluxcompany.com. Let us know your shipping information and let us know if you would like the red, the white, or the blue roller beads sent to you. Congratulations. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Get a nice day to enjoy yourself and stay cool. I haven't gone to our community pool in a long time, but maybe Thursday. We'll see. It might be busy. That's the only difficulty with that, right? Is it might be a little busy. I'll have to peek over. And stay cool. Enjoy time with family and friends if you can. And happy Independence Day. Happy 4th. I will see you all again on Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time for a new episode of Free Spirit Beading. And I think Joyce is live on Friday. So she'll be live at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time as far as I know. So stay tuned for that. And then I have a beading party happening next week. And of course, we've got the Great Bead Extravaganza coming up in the middle of July. So please come hang out with us for that. We'll be live on July 20th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Here's the full schedule, the 20th and the 21st. We'll have the preview party on Friday night, the 19th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And we are going to be using that Just Peachy kit over at softlexcompany.com. Don't forget, 20% off all of our items in the holidays and the Made in the USA shop categories. That started today, and that's good until Tuesday, July 9th, or while supplies last. All right, thanks everyone. Have a wonderful week. Happy beading. Happy 4th of July. I'll see you next time.